and welcome. We have a flash sale coming up, an incredible offer. So I'm going to do a quick sort of 10-minute whistle stop tour and overview of why you may want to get involved in this. So it's the Fearless Public Speaking Program. Let me start with just a couple of these. So common reasons for signing up. These will include, let me move myself there. So common reasons for signing up. Maybe that you're scared of public speaking. It might be the thought of doing Facebook Lives, contributing at meetings, live streaming, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, LinkedIn Live, even just sitting and contributing in Zoom meetings can be enough to fill some people with terror. It could be that you have turned down speaking engagements and opportunities because you're fearful of public speaking. It may be that you have a message that you want to share with the world, but you have been procrastinating over it. Could be that you get nervous at the thought of presenting to groups, and sometimes people are nervous about small groups, other times people are nervous about large groups. Whichever it is, we will handle that. It also could be because you have realized that practice doesn't necessarily make perfect, and you can be going at it and hitting your head against the wall and rehearsing, and you still don't have the confidence or feel the fear when it comes to doing it. Could be that you feel sick at the thought of public speaking, or it may be that you need to speak to the media for your work, your job, you're the face of your brand, your product, your services, yet you are fearful of making a fool of yourself, fluffing it up. So those are some of the common reasons. In terms of things that people often worry about with regards to this particular topic, it could be you worry about keeping your audience engaged so they're not nodding off, they're bored, forgetting what you're going to say, going blank is really, really common. Number 3, being overtaken by nerves and anxiety. Number 4, mentioned this already, the speaking to large audiences. Number 5, it can be the amount of time that it takes, not just to prepare your presentation, but remember the presentation. Number 6, how to structure your thoughts. You may have brilliant ideas, good ideas. Your brain is buzzing with ideas. It's the structuring of those ideas. How do you put them all into place in a way that's clear, in a way that's coherent? That will be one of the things we talk about. And we've got a very special process for doing that, which just takes 5 minutes. I'll talk about that in a few moments. Could be having all eyes on you when you're speaking, be that in person or online. You're in the spotlight, and Zoom actually has a thing called Spotlight. So sometimes for people, it's about that. Number 8, staying on track, particularly if you're pitching or presenting. You might be on a speaker panel or an agenda with other speakers and events. You've got a time slot, you've got to keep on time, but you want to deliver value, deliver your message, not get off track. Number 9, how do you prepare and be confident even at short notice? And there are times where I do live TV and live radio. Sometimes I only have a few minutes notice. If I'm lucky, I might get a day or so, but often it's very quick on the spot. And one of the things, and we didn't go into this in huge amounts of detail today, but there is a bonus 1-hour workshop, which you can get access to if you're booking this. It's the whole thing about how to unmask imposter syndrome and what are some of the strategies you can use to work with that. So that's in a nutshell some of the things that might categorize that this is something for you. And also, you might recognize yourself from this description. Do you feel nervous and anxious about presenting? Do speaking engagements, once they're in the calendar or the diary, do they actually keep you up at night? So you're almost fretting over them. Is it that your job, your work requires an element of public speaking and presenting? And I've had people say they have not gone for a promotion, of course, before they work with me, they have not gone for a promotion. They've avoided even applying for particular jobs because they know that speaking, presenting, or even leading and managing a team is part of the program. So they just don't apply. Talked about this already, the thought of running Facebook Lives, all that sort of stuff fills you with dread, that hitting the button, go live. It may be that you recognize, you already know, both intellectually and psychologically, there are massive benefits to having the ability to speak and present, yet for whatever reason, and we'll discuss some of those reasons, you're still not doing it. And it could be many people, because I did some surveys before running the workshop, during the workshop, and after I'd run the first iteration, because it's a wider program, but this is a standalone workshop, the one-day Fearless Public Speaking video webinar workshop. And people were saying that they even doubted that anyone would want to hear what they had to say. So we tackled those sorts of things today when we did the clearing process. So let me show you very quickly some of the things that we covered during today. Where's that one? Oh, that's the one I'm looking for. This is by no means all, because the workshop, we were there for 9 hours and 16 minutes. The workshop running time is around about 8 hours, because of course we have some breaks during that time. This is a very high level tip of the iceberg in terms of what we covered. So of course the overarching thing is how to go from terrified to loving public speaking and being comfortable about doing it, feeling calm about doing it. So we talked about unconscious saboteurs, how to overcome them, how to calm your nerves and anxiety. So I took you through an actual process for doing that. We did that as a guided meditation process. Belief change work. So we did a couple of the favorites. We did a Huna energy clearing. We did the Access Consciousness belief change session. Took everyone through the 5-minute presentation mapping process. So how can you go from blank sheet of paper to mapping out the foundations of your talks or presentation in just 5 minutes? I'll say a few more about that in a few moments. How to boost your memory and recall. So I took you through some memory processes and techniques and shared with you 4 different strategies you can use for improving your memory. Talked about confidence. Did a piece about anchoring as well. Close with putting a goal in your future timeline. So that's a very tiny snapshot of what we covered, but it will give you a flavor. Also, with regards to the 5-minute piece, because people go, 5 minutes? Are you sure about that? I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely sure. So with regards to the 5 minutes piece, let's see. Oh, actually, I thought I saw it there whiz past me. Where are you? Oh, sorry, there's 292 bits of stuff in here. Gosh, I thought I saw it a second ago. Oh, actually, here we go. Let me just do this instead. Probably quicker. Let's see if I can find it that way. Oh, where are you? Oh, no, that's not going to be quicker. Right, when it comes across my visual field, I will share that one with you in a few moments. Now, took everyone through a roadmap. So this is the process we basically followed. Deciding was the first thing, and looking at, you made the decision, how do we now uncover and start getting to the root cause? And as one of my mentors, Tad James, used to say, the difference that makes a difference. So we take you through a series of questions and processes, first of all, to kick things off, because we want to inform what we're going to be doing later with the clearing process. We then look at, okay, what are some of the root cause? What may be the limiting beliefs that could be stopping and blocking, holding you back and sabotaging you, and putting a bit of a spanner in the works. We then move into part 3, the transformation process, where it's like, okay, we know what we're dealing with. Let's do the transformation work to clear, release, and resolve all of that. We then move into, how do you actually plan and structure your material so you have a logical sense of flow, and that's your jumping off point, and you can then build in your own flexibility from there. The piece about how to remember and recall your presentation, is all very well doing your presentation, but you've got to be able to remember and recall it. And then we move to the audience participation piece. So audience demographics, how do you connect with your audience, ways to engage with your audience that are really, really powerful and make a lasting impact. And then we had, of course, the bit that sits in the heart of it, which is you. Let's put all of this into practice. So with regards to the practice sessions, what I will most likely do with people who purchase this with a special offer, the offer will be on for about 48 hours. It will be $97, which is around the £76 mark or thereabouts, depending on which website you look. I saw one that's saying 67, but I don't think that's actually right in terms of the current exchange rate. It will also be 10% off that price for those of you on my e-newsletter list. and it will be 25% off for those of you who are lifetime members in my membership group. That will just be for 48 hours. It's not available yet because the video itself is still rendering. So a little bit of patience, but it will be coming. Let's just have a quick chat. Why might you want to learn from me? I've been doing this kind of work, coaching and training people on public speaking and presenting, doing the breakthrough sessions since the year 2000. In terms of my work, I speak across a number of different formats. So there'll be times I'm doing live TV and live radio. Sometimes I'm in the studio. Sometimes you'll recognize the background behind me. There are times where I'm actually here and broadcasting live. I often do live radio and communicating in terms of the written word as well. And there are some similarities between those two. We talk about some of those in the workshop. So I'm not just talking about what I think is theoretically interesting and might work. I'm talking about things that actually work in practice in the real world. In terms of the experience I've had, in some of the experiences I've had, oh, actually, hide that. Didn't want to bring that one up yet. That's a different conversation. So in terms of some of the experiences I've had, oh my gosh, I had a sheet once. I presented to, I think it was 26 different radio stations just in one day. I also do keynote presentations, emceeing, hosting. I run webinars. I started off back in the day in 2005 running teleseminars. I also design and deliver corporate trainings and corporate workshops, so talk to you about some of that experience as well in terms of why you might want to do something. For those of you who are in the Fearless Public Speaking program, you have access to the PDF quick reference guides. I haven't decided, I might offer one of the guides to those of you signing up and taking this offer in that 48 hours. One of them, for example, is how to present under pressure. And when you're very short of time, haven't decided which guide it will be, but I'll let you know when I put the page together. So you'll have one of those as well. I may also give you access to the VIP practice room, which is an online, like metaverse theater. The reason I'd say it's a good idea to do this, there is a timer in there. So you can time yourself with regards to your presentations. You can click the dot. You can sit in everywhere you see a dot, it's somewhere you could sit, but you can also place yourself on the stage. And when people are in there, they actually have that feeling. They feel like they're looking out on the stage because this whole thing fills your screen. So you can go in there, you can practice your presentations. I've also put a prompt sheet in so that you can use the 5-minute process to deliver your presentation. So there's a lot of stuff in there, and this basically is based upon and how I came to be doing this kind of work. I was terrified of public speaking right up until the age of 32. So I know that even if you didn't do a Lady Gaga and you weren't born this way, it's possible to change. I'm also off the chart introvert. So it doesn't mean, oh, you've got to be an extrovert to do this. So we talk about all of that, but that really is the basis for me. And that's why I've called it Fearless Public Speaking. It means that when you are getting up on stage, either in person or online, you're not carrying a load of fear onto it with you. You are calm, you're relaxed, you're confident, you're in flow, you're eloquent. And I share some mindset pieces as well in terms of how you can actually do that. So that's a short and sweet version, just to tell you in terms of what's going to be happening with regards to this. The video is rendering at the moment. It's about, as I said, just over 9 hours, so it'll take a little bit of time. Once the video has rendered and I've sent out my e-newsletter list, it will be 48 hours from there. So it's the website where you'll be able to find the information is going across the bottom of the ticker tape, but it's transformationstm.com, TRANCE, F for Freddie, so FORMATIONS, so transformationstm.com. Click the red What's New button, usually top right. A panel will slide out. It'll be somewhere near the top. It's not ready yet, so you have to just hold fire. But once it's ready, it'll be available for 48 hours, and you can either join. It's $97 stroke. I'm going to go with £76. 67 is where I saw somewhere else, but let's just go with £76. If you're on my e-newsletter list, use the promo code, the coupon code that will be in the next e-newsletter, because that will save you 10% off that $97 or £76. If you're in my membership group, my online membership group, if you're a lifetime member, use the code in the Facebook membership group. It will give you 25% off that $97 stroke £76 or 67, whichever exchange rate you're looking at. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll also share with you some of the experiences I've had in terms of being on these big stages with these incredible speakers who have got the most amazing minds, and how do you deal with that when you're the one interviewing them, having to come up with the questions. So I shared some of my strategies for doing that. So yeah, if you're interested, get yourself signed up. This is an amazing offer. It's life-changing stuff. I am not kidding you. And I've had clients who have gone from being terrified of public speaking, petrified of public speaking, and now they're out in the world doing the most incredible things. Erica was just on the honours list in the last honours, so got MBOB. I'll have to check which one it is, but she is amazing. And I shared in a longer, slightly longer video I did of this earlier, her experience of being invited to do a TED talk, being petrified, and the work that we did together that helped change and transform all of that for her. And I introduced you to some of my other clients during the workshop and program in terms of how they've taken these skills, even when I wasn't there in person, where they were watching the video replay recording. I was not there, and still they got massive value. This is Rachel CK, who took the first iteration of the Fearless Public Speaking program. This is the new, improved, updated, upgraded version. So if this is the result that Rachel got, imagine doing the new version. And she was saying, for those who are asking me about the talk I was doing in January, shared my joy. So happy with how it gone. Marilyn Devonish is the awesome lady that enabled me to breathe, think, talk, walk all at the same time. And now you can do it too. Whether you get nervous in social settings, on social media, speaking in one-to-one settings, small groups, big stages, these techniques work. I'm tapping into what I learned almost every single day now. What's holding you back from sharing your patterns and your knowledge? That's Rachel CK. She's an educator, she's a natural life coach, awesome mama, or lover. She does the doTERRA oils. So, and I was not even there. She did the online video webinar replay version. And what I was saying about the 5 minutes, that process that I'm talking about, I used this when I was teaching. I was doing a presentation skills masterclass at Oxford University, or University of Oxford, I should say. Everyone, and I was working with the fellows because for the last 2 years, I'd run a coaching program with them during their summer school process. Every single person got a blank sheet of paper, a pen. I set my timer, gave them 5 minutes. I said stop, and one by one, people coming up on stage delivering the presentation that they had mapped out following the process that I shared, and they had 5 minutes and they delivered impressive stuff. So I will teach you that process as well. So I'll put a message on my page, so keep an eye on my Facebook page. When the offer's ready, be ready to jump on it, because it's only going to last for 48 hours. I know a lot of people nowadays, or even ever, rarely give lifetime access. I've seen things where you can get 7 days access, 14 days access, 3 months, 6 months, where it expires after 12 months. At the moment, I'm still in the place in a space where I do give people lifetime access. That may change because I'm looking at the strategies I use, which will make more economic sense, let's say. But for the moment, even if you're just buying at the low price of the $97, you will still get lifetime access. So if this isn't for you, however, you know people who could benefit from this, please share the link with them, share the information. That would be absolutely amazing. I shall leave it there. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach from transformationstm.com. Over and out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And also thank you to everyone who's already been on this journey and joined me for the wider Fearless Public Speaking program and showed up today. Absolutely amazing. And well done to you all, because the results have been fantastic. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and well done, Sita Jones. You've been an absolutely superstar. And Ray Wilson, you've been fabulous too, because they're usually the voice of the whole program and they're speaking on behalf of everyone. So I really appreciate you all as well. Catch you later.